Hello! Hey! Wait. Do I never noticed that the clock was at 4:20 when we took the picture. I never noticed that. What the heck? Alright, oh boy. Hey everyone! If you can hear me in the chat, just say you can hear me in the chat. You can't see me, but you'll be able to soon. Yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing a live commentary to the first episode. I still want to make sure I'm streaming over here. Oh, it's playing. Hold on. It's playing my stream back, and I don't know how to stop it. Oh no! Get this out of here! Okay. Oh my lord. Alright guys. I think there might be a bad delay. I think that's what... Oh lord, the music started again. Why is there music? Oh, it just keeps... It just keeps happening. Alright. Where's the music coming from? I closed it What is that? Hold on. I feel like I'm being hacked. Okay, it went away. Hey everyone. Hey everyone, welcome to the first, we're doing the commentary episode, and I just want to say before we get into it, we're going to be spoiling... The music came back. Oh, I could hear myself too. Wait. The stream is playing, I have everything closed, how is the stream playing? I never noticed that the clock was at 4:20. What's happening? We took the picture. It's just playing my stream back. What's happening? What the heck? What's happening? Alright, oh boy. Hey everyone! I'm stuck! If you can hear me in the chat, just say you can hear me in the chat. Guest, can you hear that too? Do you hear? But you'll be able to hear it. You can just nod your head or yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing a live commentary to the first episode. Still want to make Hold on. The stream is just playing in the background, but it's it's not and it's so delayed. It's playing. Hold on. It's not playing here. It's playing my stream back, and I don't know how to stop it. Oh lord. What's no. What's I should just get this out of here. Okay. I should just introduce our guest, that way he's not in the quiet. Alright, but spoiler for guys. Spoiler for... I think there might be a bad delay. I think that's what... Oh lord, the music started again. Spoiler for episode 1. Our guest is Ed. Ed, why is there music? Welcome.
What's up?
I have no idea what's going on. The stream keeps playing back. Happening. But I don't know what...
Stream remix.
I have no idea why. The only way to show us... Where's the music coming from? I closed it. Oh my lord. Ed, I have no idea what's happening. What is that? Hold on. I feel like I'm being hacked. Okay, it went away. This is bonkers. It just keeps playing, and I don't know how to stop it from playing. We're doing a commentary episode. I've closed out of Chrome. Chrome is completely closed. Oh, I can hear myself too. Wait, the stream is playing. And now it's the stream playing. We fully looped.
It's gained sentience.
And it's so behind too. The chat is so behind. It's just playing my stream. Oh my god. What's happening? What the heck? What's happening? Alright, Hey everyone. How do I stop this? Guess,
it might be running in your task manager.
That's what it was. It was open on Discord for some reason. In my Discord, it somehow started playing in the Discord. Oh my lord. Ay, ay, ay. So that was bad, but now it's done. What the heck was that? Oh, I think it's about to start again. That's not good. Okay, we fixed it. Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome. I could just show. The only way to show just us is for me to stop sharing our screen. But hey everyone, and welcome to the first season 1, episode 1 commentary. It's going great so far. Ed is our special guest for. I'm sure you guys can guess why he's our special guest.
I'm so special.
He's very special. Sadly, again, I'm going to be spoiling the first episode of Survivor. Go watch that if you haven't. But Ed was our first person kicked out of the game. If you have any questions for us, just feel free to ask in the chat. Though this episode's 40 minutes long, so I feel like we should get started. Yeah, again, the stream chat is so behind, so sorry if it takes me a while to get to your question. But yeah. Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling. It's a Saturday.
Yeah. You're in your holiday clothes?
I am, yeah. I came festive.
Wow, that's a cool reindeer.
Yeah, he's got the shades.
Well, I say I might as well just start the episode. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Hey, don't look at my screens. The chat's in here looking at my screens when I'm saying don't look at my screens.
You guys, don't look
Stop
at
looking at my dang screens. All right.
Respect his screens.
All right, can you see the...
I can see this.
We're going to be
Am I supposed to look at it?
Yeah, I mean, you could look at the... Not my stream, but my screen.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a huge delay for some reason. We're just going to have to ignore that. We're just going to have to power through this. Yeah. So I'm just going to hit play, and then we can commentate on the episode. How's that feel, Ed?
That feels good to me.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Sorry if you can't hear it, but I'm going to be yelling the whole time. So... Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, first episode of Survivor. I've been planning this season since like March. Basically since like quarantining and COVID and stuff started. That's when I came up with the idea. It was the worst time to come up with the idea, but I've been really wanting to do a tournament, and I thought Survivor would be the best way.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I thought it was a fun idea.
Yeah, which sucks because this intro sucks because I was so nervous going into this. I like thought out an opening monologue, and then when I got to doing it, it didn't come out too well. This opening I'm pretty proud of.
Cool.
Ed, you have not seen the episode. You have not seen the episode, which is funny.
I know. I did not watch it.
But you lived it.
I did live it, and I was scarred, and I was ashamed to relive the memory.
You lived it, and you were livid.
I lived it livid.
Yeah, this was me trying to replicate. Usually at the beginning of any season of Survivor, Jeff will just start pointing to people, usually calling them by the color of their shirt. So even though I know your guys' names, that's the bit there. Talking about shirts, Josh is wearing a shirt that is like an advertisement, or I guess it's merch for a board game, and he was worried I was going to be, I don't know, he was worried he didn't want to just advertise board games, so he sneakily wore a t-shirt for it, and I was like, why would I care? Just advertise the board game. It's not like I
blurred it out.
Yeah.
Put one of those like pixel blurs over your shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I meant to do research and see what the board game was, but it's on the side of his sleeve, and I'm sure he's in the chat, so I'm sure he will say the board game. Feel free to advertise that board game. Advertise anything when you come on my channel.
I was advertising My Hero Academia.
Katie points out pretty quickly about how sexist I am, that I only pinpointed men, and I didn't realize I was doing that, so I'm very sexist. I'm glad you called me out on it. I was trying to go from like middle left to right, and I just avoided the 3 women in the group accidentally.
This is how you grow, being called out on.
Yeah. The missing? Alice is missing? I think that's the name of the board game.
That sounds right. I do remember him saying it at one point, but I'm not.
Yeah. Go buy that board game. Man, this room is so tiny that we're filming in. I feel like it looks kind of big from the shot, but you can see the light is in the left corner. It's like right in front of Joey. Joey's head is right next to a light.
Oh, yeah.
My living room looks better when you're sitting in it, but having a 9-player game, it would have been impossible to have 9 people sit around this little table.
But I feel like the standing adds to like the drama.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything from the chat. Someone said Ed is meditating, editating. Is that what you call it when you meditate?
I should. I'm gonna start.
Uvram said, "I'm so sad he was he was voted out first."
Who said that?
Uvram.
Thank you, Uram.
I'm actually shocked you were voted out first. You were on a tribe by yourself. I could have sworn because I think everyone on Tribe was safe. Why didn't they just work with you to vote out someone from the Flashers tribe? I don't know. I mean, I know why they voted you out, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
I came in too hot.
All right. Yeah, so one of my main worries with filming this season, I was so worried it was going to take such a long time. That, like, all this planning, I was worried it was going to be like a 10 to 11 hour shoot. Because we're only playing 7 games, but we had to vote, and people had to eat and all that bull crap. So I was so worried it was going to take long. It ended up taking 6 hours, which is short for what we did. But I think if we do another season of this, and we'll be a little bit longer, because I'm going to add a few more things in. Which, if you want to know in advance, if you go to my Patreon, I basically say everything I'm thinking to the Patreon at the $5 tier. They're my tournament advisors, and I basically bounce ideas off of them. So they're not really producers because they don't make any money off of it, but they're my advisors.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, this was my favorite part when I realized that I was all alone.
So, yeah, I did put the headbands. By the way, I picked bands instead of buffs. I looked into making buffs for us because buffs are from Survivor. They are so expensive. Each one of these headbands costs $1, so I was like, yeah, I'm doing that.
What's a buff? Because I'm not big into Survivor.
You know these neck gates? Is that what they call them? You know those like things you wear around your neck that people wear instead of masks? They kind of.
Oh yeah.
Those are basically buffs, but buff is like a brand name. It's kind of like Kleenex. But you basically you can wear it on your head, and you would have to. It's hard to describe. I don't know what their purpose is, but Survivor and buffs have just been like together since season 1. So the different. Yeah, the different colored buffs are for the different tribes. So whenever he says drop your buffs, you're either merging or you're swapping tribes. So drop your buffs is like a famous thing.
Okay. I learned something.
But I did know, you being the solo person on the solo tribe, that you were going to get to name the whole tribe, even though I never really addressed the whole tribe as a name. But you got to name the whole thing.
That's my legacy in this turn. No matter what, my legacy lives on.
I'll say green for last. Black tribe. What's your tribe?
Alice is Missing is correct. It's a pretty fun RPG. Go check out Alice is Missing. The secret advertising.
Alice's. That's an Easter egg.
Yeah, I mean everyone's advertising. Jeff's got a Blast Podcast on the left T-shirt. What's your T-shirt for?
My Hero Academia, the anime that I've been watching.
Wow. And
My
DeAndre,
hat is also from.
your hat's from it too?
Yeah.
So I kind of goofed on this part. I goof a lot during this first episode. I get better as they go on. But I wanted the tribes to stay tribes for like at least a little bit. I was going to wait to do the merge until like right before we play the first game. But I'm I was hosting and producing all by myself. That's going to be different next season. Next season Katie's not going to be playing, so she will be helping me out behind the scenes. But since I was the only one who knew everything, I don't know, my brain was just getting jumbled and jungled. So I merged you guys a little too early. So Dylan's question of like, why did we do that? It was like, yeah, it's a pretty good question.
Because we did, Dylan.
Question for Ed. Do you think you might still be in it if you could have had a chance with alliances or coordinated votes? Like if you had a chance to talk, I guess, a little bit.
I think maybe.
I don't think so.
I definitely don't think I would have gone all the way, but I think I would have got past it.
So, the thing about Ed, and the reason why he got voted out, I mean, I just know, I watched all of the voting booth things. You're too likable of a guy. You're just too nice, and you're too friendly. No one would want to take you to the end. That was my assumption. I mean, I've talked to some of the players after, too. I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't think you would have made it far unless you won almost every game. Just because if you made, no one would want to go against you in the end because you're too nice, and you most likely would win.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense. I gotta be the villain in like season 2.
Josh asked, did any planning go into who was on which tribe? No. So I picked the tribes. I basically had all your pencil cases. I wrote everyone's name on pencil cases, and then I had all of the headbands. I messed them up, and then I closed my eyes and put the headbands into the pencil cases. The only one I saw accidentally was Ed's, so I knew you were on the solo green tribe. I didn't put you on it, but I saw, because I didn't close the pencil bag or something. But no, that was all completely random. Next season it might be different. I don't know. I'm not even sure if we're going to do...
It's fun to have it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to do tribes next season, because it didn't really affect anything.
I guess, yeah. Well, like, there didn't really seem to be like any kind of like intertribal rivalries or anything.
Yeah.
Which I guess you would see more on Survivor, but not so much here.
So this is where I announced that the prize money is actually $1,000 rather than $500. I've been telling you guys it's $500 for like months and months. Well, I'm not sure about months, but like I knew for a long time that was gonna be $1,000. And this starts Katie's bit that she's mad at me.
That was always a bit.
Well, after we shot the whole thing, I was like, I said I was sorry, and she was like, I'm not mad at you. I was like, well, you really made it believable that you were mad at me.
He sold it, yeah. I was like,
But the reason why I made the prize money so high, because this is supposed to be a thank you to everyone who shows up in my videos, because listen, my YouTube channel doesn't make enough to where I can pay everyone to be in my videos, so having a tournament every now and then I think would be fun. You can't hear the video. I can try to turn the video up a little bit.
So for each game you are playing for...
I'm assuming you've watched the episode, I guess.
who, me? Or are you talking to the chat?
I'm talking to the chat. I'm assuming they've watched this episode. I know you haven't, but you lived it. But this was
I
also...
remember it like the back of my hand.
$3. So if you guys win this game, you will win $3.
So this is bonus money that way, because I know everyone's not going to win the $1,000.
Because I got real cash here. These
So
are
this is
not
just my
like
way
these.
of trying to give a little bit to everyone.
Real cash. You can see, you can hear it. That's real money.
That was fun. I like that. I like the like that dynamic.
I was
Like,
intending to get real 1s and 5s, but banks are really hard to get to nowadays.
I like
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the episode, this is going to be full of spoilers. Well, not really. Not really, but it might
So
have
yeah,
some.
this is, if you win the money, that is yours, and it's yours to keep. You're gonna keep track of it in your little money pouches. So don't mix up your money pouches. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
If I had
for
gotten to
each
episode
round,
2,
we
I
are
was gonna mix
draw
up all
for
the money
spots.
pouches.
These are like your names
I'm throwing it out.
table. So that way you're not
I have an
losing
idea for season 2.
person.
I don't think we'll have money patches. I think we'll have something else. But gotta head over to my Patreon here.
So if
The small
everything's
details.
ready and good, if you guys don't have any questions, I say let's draw for spots and get into the game.
Drawing for spots, I think, was a good idea. Just because when you're next to someone, oh, Dustin with the ad. Ed hasn't seen this. This is a throwback to boats.com. I love this ad. And Dustin's ads crack me up.
Stop this ad now. Stop this ad. Do not go to boats.com.
Dustin couldn't be there to film. He
Do
had to
not
work
go
the day we
boats.com.
shot, but
Do not go to boats.com. Okay, listen. I ran out of boats. I ran chock full out of boats. All the boats are gone. They've all disappeared in the midst of the night. I got no more boats. So now, instead of going boats.com, check out sellboats.com. Sellboats.com. Sellboats.com.
Just breathes
I'll
into
take
the
any
mic.
boat you got. You got a dinghy, you got a
Got a
donghy,
donger.
you got a blong. I'll buy it, baby. Sellboats.com /boats.
All right,
I
everyone
just
knows
watched
their
boats.com
roles,
on his
knows
channel,
hopefully
dude.
what team
Wow.
their role does. I guess I should ask, is anyone confused about what their role does? Because if you guys cheat,
yeah, I really wanted Dustin to be in this tournament, but he couldn't make it. Maybe he'll be in season 2.
Trust the app. It's your life.
yes, especially if you're a doppelganger, listen to what role goes.
By the way, this is bonkers that the entire werewolf team ended up being in the center. It's stupid that it happened, especially on our 9-player game.
Have we ever played a 9-player game?
Not comfortable.
It was so, that was stressful, because, like, being in it, you're just like, somebody's lying. But nobody was.
No.
I don't think
The fruit roll-ups was a bad idea in retrospect because of all the crinkling and
Before we
crackling,
get started,
but
here are the cards in play. We have a
I hate mine
9-player
too.
game.
I really
The
like I got
roles
in and
are
got out on the fruit roll.
Werewolf, Dreamwolf, Minion.
this took me way
Apprentice Seer,
too long to
Robber,
edit. I'm not an
Gremlin,
expert
I was
editor.
gonna say, this is impressive, like with the light ups and everything.
Doppelganger.
It's just me announcing the role. I realized
Tanner, and
in
Mortis.
editing, I realized I never mentioned what
Alright, so
cards
if
I would
everyone's
take
ready,
out of the game.
close your eyes and
So
we'll start
in
the
future
clock.
videos,
Here we go.
that portion becomes a little bit more important because I announce which cards are out.
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, I know we're in
A
the.
little filter on it and everything. Right, you went all in.
You've never watched. This is just normal One Night Ultimate Werewolf stuff. So in the comments, a lot of people, when I announced the roles in episode 0, a lot of people, well, I mean, a couple people were excited that Doppelganger was in the game. Everyone who gets Doppelganger in the game is immediately terrified. Like Katie said how terrified she was that she would mess it up. Other people get Doppelganger later on, and
Doppelganger.
wow, they're just now getting to the boats.com ad, so the delay is so behind. I don't know how to fix that delay. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I think doppelganger is, for me, it's hard because it always seems like you're lying when you're like, oh yes, I got doppelgang, and then everybody's like, what did you?
Eddie R asked, I'm assuming the whole tournament is pre-recorded. Yes, that's true. We recorded the whole thing in one day. In a spoiler-free way, as possible as there anything you would do different in the next season. Yes, there's a huge thing I will do different in next season. I always say season 1 was more of the experiment to see if it would work, and I think it does. What I didn't plan is, after every game, I think I will allow time for everyone to talk to each other to figure out who they want to vote off. I kind of go straight from the game into tribal council, like asking people questions. I never stop people from talking. There will be an episode in the future where they say, hey, can we talk to each other? And they do talk to each other, but it only happens once out of all 7 episodes. So I'm just going to leave some time for people to talk to each other and do some actual, like, strategy, figuring out who they should vote out and stuff. I think that's why no real alliances really happened in the first season.
That's true. Season 2, you could just, like, rent an island and track everyone.
Well, a noise happened. Someone subscribed. I forgot I had alerts on this. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Oh. Thank you. I don't like. Who knows? Maybe these people are just watching Never Legally Download and have nothing to do with the stream, and they're just subscribing. Oh no.
As I'm watching it, the first time it happened, it synced up with when Kelsey grabbed the card, and I was like,
That's what I thought. I was like, why would I put that sound effect there?
If you do, you must exchange that card with any player's card.
Everyone loves Doppelganger. Doppelganger is great. I just think for big games like this, for people who aren't big fans of the game, I'm not trying to hate on my crew, but they're just my friends. They're not One Night Ultimate Werewolf fans. So it's a lot harder for them to keep track of all these rules. Doppelganger, you seem to need to know all the rules for every card. Whereas if you see your card, say you get Witch, you can just listen for Witch and it'll be like, hey, take a card from... It tells you what to do, but with Doppelganger it doesn't.
You may switch marks or cards between any 2 players.
How long did it take you to record all that? It was about a 6-hour record, I believe so. I think it took us 6 hours, and that was with a lunch break, too.
Yeah.
So,
It was honestly a very fast day.
I was so worried it would take so long, but...
Any player with a number lower than yours. If you do, you must
Will Ed continue to play in the season, or he's out? No, he's voted out of the game.
We got Rascal Witch on our hands.
Just
I'm a one-and-doneer.
Just like in Survivor, when you're voted out, you don't get to keep doing immunity challenges. So, you're out.
If you viewed the rascal card, wake up. You may exchange
I think they should talk to each other after the vote. Well, yeah, maybe before the... After the game, before the vote, they should be able to talk to each other whenever they want. I always gave them that option. I was like, just stop me, and you guys can talk. It just only happened once.
Close your eyes. Drunk.
These night phases suck with big groups, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's long.
Drunk has to do it.
Sometimes I worry that I'm going to, like, zone while it's happening and miss my cue.
That's what, yeah, that happens.
Close your eyes.
I like Ed's plan, rent an island for season 2. Alright, maybe if Mr. Beast produces my next season, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I know he bought an island.
It's just Doppelganger Mortician left.
It would be cool to rent like a studio or somewhere to shoot in that's not my living room, but I think this is fun.
Yeah.
We did buy decorations to make it feel like an island. You see the leaves in the background? There's a palm tree behind Josh. There's a palm tree in the voting booth.
Close your eyes. Everyone, wake up.
That was long.
5 minutes.
Yeah, there is like a 2-minute delay. I don't know why my delay is so bad. I apologize.
Thank God I'm not the doppelganger. I didn't get any instructions.
Johnny, what did you do?
I robbed.
I should probably extend the time for people to talk. I think that there's always a 5-minute discussion window. For 9 people, that's not a lot of time. I probably should have bumped it up a little bit.
I don't know. Like, I do think it would have been nice to have more time, but also it kind of adds to the frantic. Like, all right, we got to get to a decision.
Yeah, it makes it go quicker.
Well, because when it said the marks thing at first, I was like, I don't see any marks. And then when it said card, I was like, that's alright.
I gotta say, I was really worried about like me not playing in the games. I don't know if it would be boring to just produce. It's really fun just to sit there and watch. I had a lot of fun just sitting and watching you guys play. So it was a nice pace.
Did anybody touch that card?
Oh, no.
Come out with it.
I did not. I touched the middle card, but not that one.
You which?
So both of these people are suspect.
I was really excited that all three, Jeff, DeAndre, and Joey, were available for this first season because, no offense, Ed, they are on top of the leaderboard.
What'd you do?
they're the top of the top, including Katie. Katie was on top of the leaderboard for a long time too, so we have all the best.
Including you.
And we have Ed.
You gotta get top of the leaderboard shirt.
I should. We did film a little thing because when Jeff took over the leaderboard, he's now the leader. So we did shoot a little thing with Joey and Jeff of Joey handing him the belt we have, but I didn't know where to put it. So I just have this footage of Joey handing Jeff the belt, and I don't know what to do with it.
I don't know what card it was. I was thinking I switched with Josh.
So if people are voted out, then how will you play a 2 or 3 player game? A 3-player game is the last game. So there will be a 3-player game.
Whoa, mine was werewolf.
They just play with 6 cards. Someone or someones will lose, and then someone will be voted out. So we'll get down to 2 people, and then that's when they pick a winner.
The regular werewolf.
No.
Wait.
What did Amber have?
Aren't there 2 regular werewolves?
There's only one regular werewolf.
And there's one dream wolf.
Someone asked, Eddie asked, what about time before the game to talk strategy? It's an interesting one. I think once you see your card, you probably shouldn't talk strategy because you're not really supposed to talk during the night phase. I'm not sure if that would be considered cheating to be like, hey, I'm the werewolf tribe. Let's just work this out. I feel like you'd have, I don't know. There's like this weird gray area.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like it gives too much away before the game even starts at that point.
Yeah, I think before I hand out the cards, if people wanted to get together and just say, hey, no matter what cards we get, we'll work together and we'll vote for Kelsey or something, maybe that's an idea. But I think once I hand out the cards and everyone looks at the card, they shouldn't be allowed to talk strategy until the day phase. I think the night phase and when people are voting are the 2 times I said don't talk strategy.
I should still be there.
Everyone thinks that there's no.
Well, apparently now we think that Amber's
Yeah.
But Amber, what were you?
If we
Start off.
believe Jeff.
I was the apprentice here, and I looked at the right card, and it was me.
Didn't you say you were the apprentice?
She did.
Okay, so I was
She's
right.
the wolf.
Okay.
What'd you say you were?
Wait, and you were apprentice here, and you saw
What
what?
you were?
Huh?
Exactly. What are you doing when you were
Okay, wait, but her story didn't line up with Jeff's.
I thought I was wrong because I thought I looked at the middle.
Yeah,
one
so you
and traded
saw
that.
you're probably right.
Yeah, now I think I'm right.
Yeah.
She might be a minion though.
I'm not
Or
a
a
minion,
Tanner.
but also
Tanner.
there's a Tanner.
No, she's saying she saw a minion.
Sorry.
So what are the odds that both wolves?
Would it be fun if you could think of a way to get it to enough people that you actually do 2 tribes with separate games and a merge in a couple games to 6? Yeah, that would be great if I had.
That was a personal attack.
That would be an actual show. That wouldn't be like a day-long tournament. That would be like an actual thing. That would take a lot more planning, probably with an actual budget.
So Joey has
You
no
need
votes,
like
it seems like.
20 people, right?
Ed, no votes?
Yeah, to get down to maybe 18 people, I think would probably be, because this is 9, so you'd probably want another tribe of 9,
Amber has 4 votes.
and then once that would be it would be interesting.
Wait, Josh is voting
voting
for
for
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, not
DeAndre doesn't have any votes.
Let's vote for
Jeff has 1 vote.
Kelsey, I'm
Yeah.
voting for you.
I didn't think about this part, calculating who's losing.
So
It's just a bunch of hands pointing at each other.
Yeah.
That's not such a bad thing.
What do we do
actually.
I was about to plan for it.
Alright,
Split
so
vote.
Amber and Kelsey have both died.
Aw.
Kelsey is the apprentice seer.
Amber!
I didn't mean to vote for him.
I'm glad you did.
No, I'm blocking Kelsey's
So
trophy.
the losers are going to be Ed, Amber, and Dylan.
Okay, so we can only vote for Ed, Amber, or Dylan.
DeAndre, can you hit record on my camera? It went down.
This, I did feel bad. So my second cam went down, which is pretty common for my camera to go down. But I asked DeAndre to turn it back on. A couple minutes go by, then I'm like, oh crap, I'm like taking him out of the game. So I try to fix it. So I feel bad for DeAndre. I didn't mean to take you out to stop you from strategizing.
Oh, the Gremlin's one that has 3 different.
How did you decide which roles to remove between rounds? We did a live stream forever ago, like in March, I think, where we determined which cards would be in which like player count. And we started at a 3-player game, and then we added cards to it. So we kind of worked backwards. So we started small. We figured out what the 3-player game was. Then we added a card for the 4-player game. Then we added a card for the 5-player game. And this one, I kind of just go back.
All right, fun fact. It started with Werewolf, Minion, Dreamwolf in the center.
Oh, that's
yeah, I was shocked. I was like,
Insane.
when you held up the 3 signet cards, I was like, oh my god. I thought like either you were all gonna lose or you were all gonna win.
But yeah, that's what I like about this tournament is you have the 9-player game all the way down to the 3-player game. So if you're not a fan of small games, you get the big games here. And if you're not a big fan of big games, you know, we kind of do them all throughout this season.
You can vote for Dylan, Amber, and Ed.
Before the next stream, you should look up how to get rid of the delay. Maybe change some settings. It was probably had to do with me at the beginning of the stream. I had another stream going. And I'm also sending my screen to Ed, so I don't know if that's delaying it. I'm not a pro streamer. I don't have a pro computer. I do apologize about that.
Well, we should align our votes.
I already stopped. Try turning it on.
Ed, you want to be part of Tribe Tribe?
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah, you can be part of Tribe Tribe. Yeah, all right.
Even though you chose the
Wait, so they throw the idea out there. They're like, hey, Ed, you could be part of our tribe? But they don't really follow through with it, do they?
Right.
No, I think it was like a, hey, you part of Tribe Tribe?
So this is the closest we kind of get to the strategy talk. You guys are kind of just joking, like waiting for me to get ready, but I should have gave you guys more time to strategize.
Dylan,
Because we had 4 people there.
What?
Dylan, what's going through your head? There's only 3 people who are up to be the vote.
I made some allies.
Do you want to say who? You don't,
No.
you don't? Okay. Amber.
I protect my team.
I love how secretive Dylan is, like, every time Werewolf is
Amber,
happening.
you're not
Yeah.
meeting anyone in the
He's very
cast.
secretive, but he usually can
So
figure out
I think
what
you
is
have
going
any,
on.
Alliances. I didn't mean to out her. Sorry.
Real disadvantage.
I mean, Dylan has a big advantage.
The only
He's
reason,
dating
the
someone.
only reason is because we started on Red Team together. Otherwise,
Oh, yeah.
cut the rope.
Flashers, come on.
Amber, how do you feel going into this vote?
So-
There's only 3 people.
Not very good.
The main reason why I didn't have 10 people, the original idea was to have 10 people, but then when you get down to the jury, you would have 8 people, and there's cause for a tie, and I have no idea how I would deal with a tiebreaker at the end, because there's no one to break the tie. Maybe the audience, but then it would take months to crown a winner.
And do you have anything to say? about the tribe?
That's why I didn't do 10 people.
1/3 of the people vote.
I want to say, from the moment that we started this, I've been here for every single one of you.
Half of us.
I've been here for half of you more than others, but I have been here for every single one of you. So please.
I did provide a lot of moral support in between the edit points.
Yeah, I ended out a lot of Ed being like, "You got this. You got this."
Yeah, like every single supportive thing that I said, you cut it.
I should be a better host, shouldn't I? Okay, so you guys all know all of you are going to get to vote once up there.
I had this weird confusion where when I'm reading the votes, I assumed there would only be 6 votes in there because 6 people were immune. I was really confused. I don't know why.
So you can eat snacks and chill with Brody on the couch. There are snacks.
You guys can have snacks.
Ed, you were on the jury the longest. Was it boring to just sit there and watch people play the game all day, or was it at least somewhat entertaining?
No, I had a lot of fun actually. Like I think
leave it open
It's
if you want.
more. I don't want to say more fun because I do like playing games. But
I'm gonna go
I
up
had
there and set the
fun
camera up real quick.
kind of watching people's strategies evolve like over the
D. It's
Yeah.
actually one of the
It's
easiest
also
ones.
kind of cool to have like
Joey,
the
we're gonna
inside
start
track
with
where
you.
you can see like what everyone has from the beginning, so you can kind of be like, oh, I see where they're playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was in the same boat as you, because I was just sitting there watching. But it is fun.
Alright, y'all. I'm going pure strategy for this one.
So I didn't show the whole clip, but hey, if you're on my Patreon, you can see the entire voting booth, confessionals, I guess you can call them. Joey goes in there saying, I'm just going to vote for whoever's on the top of the leaderboard. And then he immediately doesn't do that.
Don't know you yet, but I hope you have a good time.
So I do have questions about this, Ed. Hold
Yeah.
on.
That decides. Oh no. Oh, you would maybe vote me out. Well, you know what? I just don't know.
You seem to be worried about voting Amber onto the jury because I think you thought she still could vote people out of the game. I'm not sure. Were you confused? You were confused about the rules?
Yeah, and as I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, did the next come back and bite me? But then I was like, I was wrong about it anyway.
I mean, yeah, she would be picking, if she was voted out, she would be picking the winner. So
Mortician card, I knew I was in trouble only because
Dylan talks the most in the confessionals, by the way. He should be on a reality TV show. He really talks his strategy out every time. Ed, how do you respond to the accusations that you're dating half of the tribe?
I say accurate.
Okay. Uberam says you can do traditional Survivor and do a final 3, which is not traditional Survivor. They've done final 2 for like 10 seasons or something. And then you can have 10 people. I hate the final 3. I'm not a fan of it in real Survivor. I wish it would go back to the final 2. I think final 2 is way better than final 3. When they switch to final 3, the 2 people always just pick a layup person to be that third person, and they usually never get votes. It's only like, I think there's only like 2 seasons where all 3 people got votes.
I think he's gonna be the biggest threat out of the 3 people playing.
Jeff's voting Dylan because he thinks he's the biggest threat.
Wow.
Which I thought was interesting.
I'm gonna text Jeff right now.
But
So
this is
I'm not a
coming
threat,
from
Jeff?
this is coming from Jeff, who's #1 on the leaderboard, and he's calling Dylan a threat.
Sorry.
All she says is sorry. I was sad that Ed was voted out early. He's one of your OG players. Yeah, he's from the first episode.
I love you, but so does everyone else. I can't have you sitting in this game for much longer.
See, Josh said it completely. He says I like you, but so does everyone else, and that's exactly.
Alright, guys, before.
That's exactly why you got voted out.
Sorry. Alright, guys, before I go get the votes, I owe you guys $3. So all the winners, just kind of collect your $3. Yeah. Don't rush over here.
I didn't know if we were going order.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
A money tracker at the bottom, so you can see who is. You can see who's the richest.
Oh, how fun.
Dylan, Amber, Ed. Oh, you guys lost.
Wow. That's all on the loose.
I will go get the votes.
I thought about I should be up there counting the votes to see who's getting voted off, but I was having more fun watching it as we went along.
To make things interesting, unlike the real Survivor, I have not looked at these. I have not planned them out in some strategic way. So we're all gonna be figuring this out together.
Josh drew the perfect Ed. Yeah, he really worked hard on that block lettering.
I was gonna say he like filled it in and everything.
Alright, so the first vote. No, don't turn those on, they're really loud. The first vote.
Those are super loud.
Amber. Amber with 1 vote.
That's funny. Katie starts to clap, which is the funniest response.
Second vote. Dylan. 1 vote Amber, 1 vote Dylan. No votes Ed.
That was funny foreshadowing
Ed.
there.
We have a three-way tie. We have 6 people voting. Only 3 votes.
I did not expect you to get voted out first.
Yeah. Ed. No. Ed now has 2 votes. Dylan has 1. Amber has 1.
I thought it was because I said something about like wanting snacks, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just let him have it."
Josh, I don't think I ever told people to use bold block letters. I just said use big block letters, because that's what Jeff says on Survivor.
Oh, okay, we have 9 votes. I got confused. Sorry. Amber! Oh! We have 3 votes Ed. 2 votes Amber. 1 vote Dylan. No, sorry. Everyone voted. Amber!
Oh, it's tied. Who do you think's going to go, Ed?
3 votes Amber. Ed! 4 votes Ed. We got 1 final vote.
It could go to a tie. That's why, yeah. In Real Survivor, I probably would have read those votes in a different order.
You
But
have 4 votes. Can you bring your torch up to me? No. You have been voted.
Joey being particular about these torches that all look the exact same.
They're engraved on the box. I don't know if you knew.
I bought those torches on Amazon. They're really cheap, but they're really low reviewed. They have like 1 star or something. But I thought they looked cool.
And the tribe has spoken.
They're just super loud.
I really like the ladle.
I know. I realized I didn't have a snuffer. I guess you'd call it a snuffer. By the fun fact, that phone behind me, my grandfather, when he was alive, he used to collect phones. So he had a huge wall of phones in his basement, like some really old phones, some like newer phones, and that's one of my grandfather's phones. It doesn't work, but it looks cool. I have another one like right behind me too. So don't make fun of that phone, because it's my grandfather's.
Your grandfather didn't leave me in.
No, he didn't.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf Survivor. The players.
This next time on came out pretty well, I thought.
I was going to say what's in these boxes.
Look away, you don't get to know.
So I feel like I should pause there for a second. The reason why they are so, I mean, we can get into this in the next episode too, but the reason why they're so excited about those boxes is because when everyone kept coming in originally, I said, hey, don't look inside these boxes. So the surprise is for them as much as for the audience of what is inside these boxes. So that's why they're like, oh my God, we can see what's inside these boxes. That's why they're so happy. Hey, give me my play button back.
Community felt like.
The immunity necklace felt so good.
I like it. The narrator tells someone to put their thumb away.
Put your thumb away.
DeAndre demands a circle vote.
Everybody circle vote to the no. Everybody circle vote to the left because she's gonna vote for Josh.
Tune in next time on One Night Ultimate Werewolf Survivor.
Yeah. What's that circle vote shenanigan about? So this is funny. I have a leaderboard, so I didn't want to put them on the leaderboard of the main One Night Werewolf series. My reasoning was someone could sabotage a game if, like, say me and Ed were both on the werewolf team, but I wanted him out of the game. Maybe I'd just out us both or something. But I'm like, hey, let's get Ed out of the game. But Ed sadly will always be at 0% because you only had that one game. So I'm sorry, Ed. I'm sorry, Ed. You're always. But hey, a bunch of people at a 100%. We got a lot of good players. But then there's another leaderboard which I'm proud of. Alias Punch music. So this is the most votes leaderboard. Right now Ed's up top because he has 4. And I had this debate with myself putting this leaderboard together because there's 9 people voting in this round. So should it be out of 9 votes or out of 8 votes? Because you probably should. No one's probably going to vote for themselves. So it should be out of 8 votes. But I never told people they couldn't vote for themselves. So since I didn't specify that, that's why it is out of 9 votes. That will change each episode, obviously. But yeah, you're at the top of that leaderboard, Ed.
That's kind of next level. Like if you were to vote for yourself to like frame another player.
Yeah.
Thoughts for season 2.
Start voting for yourself. But I think that's a rule on Real Survivor. I'm not sure. I mean,
that you can't vote for yourself.
I mean, if you're playing for $1 million, why would you vote for yourself? But
why would you risk it? Yeah.
I'm assuming they can't. But yeah, this thing keeps. Oh yeah. And then last but not least, not last, but I show the Patreon supporters. So huge thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon. I mean, this series cost me a lot of money, obviously. But yeah, and a lot of this help came from here. And next season, all the votes. So the 4 people who voted for you, Ed, if you want to fight them. And then 3 people voted for Amber. And then 2 people voted for Dylan, though I don't think Joey shows his vote. He's sneaky about it. And that's the episode. Yeah. Hold on, let me go full screen. Yeah, so that's the episode. Oh yeah, Ed, how do you feel? How'd you feel like your first game went? I mean, I'm assuming bad because you were voted out.
Yeah, I mean that part wasn't great, but like I came in and I played hard and I was supportive.
Yeah, you're very supportive behind the scenes. Yeah,
you shouldn't have edited all that out.
I shouldn't have. I will. Joking aside, I gotta say I really don't edit too much of this out. The only stuff I really edit out is when people are voting. The voting process actually probably took the longest out of anything to shoot, just because people have to go up and they have to say their piece. So I told people not to talk strategy while someone's upstairs voting, because then they can't hear the strategy or whatever. But I did hear from some other people that there might have been some strategy talk. The only strategy talk is like, hey, maybe you would say, hey, you want to be an alliance? And then, though I honestly don't think any of those panned out. But I do think there was some strategy talk going on over pizza and snacks. So, just saying that.
See, and that was the good thing about being out first, is that I could just enjoy pizza and snacks.
Yeah, but you could enjoy pizza and snacks during the game too. I guess you can get up more willy-nilly. The only thing I don't think I really announced on the first episode, actually I can't remember if I do or if I don't, but there are no hidden immunity idols. That's a big thing in Survivor. They hide immunity idols around the island. I don't know how I would do that without people tearing up my living room. And I don't want that. So yeah.
Could have made Brody a hidden immunity idol. The first person to pick him up wins it.
Katie says that joke later on, but I'm not sure if I would want that. He doesn't like getting picked up by anything. Yeah, I guess it's really... I want to take some last-minute questions, but our stream is so far behind, I'm worried that it might take some time. But it's hard also not to talk about the series without talking about future spoilers. Because I want to ask, like, Ed, did you like the rest of the season? But it's hard to say.
It's like just in the next time on, I was like, "Ooh, I want to talk about that." But
I'm excited for everyone to see what's in the boxes. That took a lot of planning. Yeah, I mean, there's only 6 more episodes. There's only 7 episodes. I think it was a very fun season. I'm excited that people like it. The comments on the video seem very positive. Yeah, and I'm excited to do a second season. And that's about it. That's about it. And I'm not sure. Should I plug the stream you're going to be on later today, or do you want that? I don't know if you want that plugged or not.
Yeah, sure. I was going to say I might lose, so we could talk about it.
So Ed is going to be on a live roast battle that will most likely not be family friendly. But if you really want to see Ed roast someone, Trip, who has been on my channel, he's been in a couple One Night Werewolf games. He's someone who I would want for Survivor, because he's honestly pretty good at One Night Werewolf. He's just naturally really good at it. But yeah, you're going to be roasting Trip, and Trip's going to be roasting you.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on Twitch. If you go on Twitch and search for Earprov instead of improv, Earprov, they're doing like a real long 12-hour long or 24-hour long stream for charity for a food bank in Virginia. I'm not sure why these Texans care about Virginia, but I guess they do. But that's like
we're a global community.
Yeah. That's going to be in an hour at 6 o'clock Eastern, right? 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, Eastern.
6 to 6:30.
Yeah, so if you want to see Ed roasting Trip, Ed's very good at roasting. I'm not sure if you'll find all the jokes funny because you might not know Trip, but I don't know.
I'm trying to keep it accessible where it's like you could look at it and be like, I get it.
People are asking about Hidden Immunity Idols next season. I will say I'll probably be talking about that more on my Patreon, but very quickly I'll probably say probably not. But I do have ideas for that in the future, like the far future. But next season, probably not going to happen. I think season 2 will be a lot like season 1, just maybe with some like polishing, maybe like cleaning up some stuff, giving people time to talk. I think we're going to slowly evolve, kind of like the show Survivor. Like I know Survivor's on season 40, so people might be comparing us like to current day Survivor. But I think we're going to maybe evolve at the same pace as them. Maybe a little bit faster, obviously. But I don't want to go straight into all the cool stuff, because then what do you keep doing? I don't know. But thanks. It's been an hour, so I feel like we should go. The main question seems to be what's in the box. What's in the boxes? So, and we can't answer that. You gotta tune in on next Wednesday, to see what's in
the boxes. Mystery.
I mean, to be fair, that is true. What is in the box is just more mysteries. So you're not wrong there. It is not a 24-hour long roast, though I wish Ed could do that.
I just roasted like everybody on my friends list.
You're just like dehydrated, just like drink. You're stupid. You walk weird. I don't know. I'm not a good roaster, so this is a bad example. No, it's just a half-hour roast. The stream, I think he called it Coachella, but if you go to Earprov, there's a whole bunch of people. I don't know what they're doing right now. It's a whole bunch of different people, but every half hour it changes, and it's all for charity. But the half hour Ed is doing is a roast battle, so go check that out. But Ed, thanks for being a guest. Thanks for being on One Night Ultimate Werewolf Survivor. Do you have anything to say to anyone?
I had a great time. It was a super fun day, and now that I've watched the episode and I know who voted for me, I'm coming for you.
So Josh, DeAndre, Amber. Oh God, we just went over this. Who was the fourth one?
I don't remember either, but
someone. Joey.
I know 3 of them.
No, Joey voted for Dylan. Katie. Katie voted for you. Wait, no, she voted for Amber. I don't know. All right, Ed, well, we'll see you next time. Tune in on Wednesday for One Night Ultimate Werewolf, the show. I'll be doing another live stream. I just don't know when, because next week is Christmas week, and specifically next weekend is Christmas weekend. And I'm going to be trying to get the guest. My guest will be whoever's voted out. So I'm working with that person. Spoiler alert, someone will get voted out next episode. I'm trying to work with that person to see if we could ever make it happen. If not, I'll just do it alone. But yeah, thanks Ed for being a guest. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.